And welcome back to Bachelor Buzz, the best place to come for recaps on your favorite reality TV dating show and the latest in Bachelor Nation news. We're your hosts, Arena.
And Julia, and today we are going to be discussing the hometown state of Jen's Bachelorette season. We're really excited.
Yeah,
Now, are we getting buzzed? I am not. I am
I am
hydrating,
not.
guys. It's been a
I am
day.
not.
How
I
about you,
just have
Arena?
my water as usual.
Yeah, I
Sparkling
know.
water. So
Mine
there's the
is
buzz.
flat, no sparkle, extra ice. Oh my God, I need to hydrate. Yeah, so we were talking earlier, and I feel like we should just catch up a little bit, Arena. So,
Yeah.
how have you been? Let's just
Yeah,
kind of
so
catch up.
we're busy. Obviously, it's hard to like catch up. Even like this is such a fun thing that we get to do recording,
Hmm.
but literally it has been so busy, like with the two kids and just my daughter starting school last week, my son going to preschool for the first time, and volunteering, joining a parents association, still being part of mommy and me, like, but not even
Yeah.
really being around lately and feeling bad about that, and then just
Oh,
everything that comes with it, and of course
yes.
work, my day job, being
Yeah.
very busy for sure
And
lately.
how's your back?
Oh my gosh, my back is not 100%. It is
Is it
not.
any better?
It's better,
That's
but it's
good.
not the way it should be. And
Uh,
like, I can't see someone until next week. Like, that was the earliest they could see me.
yeah.
So I'm literally on a heating
Ugh.
pad right now, guys. I have a
Yeah.
heating pad
I wish I had
because
one.
I need to.
Where is
And it's
mine?
just been so tough. But like, what about you? Like, you told me about some craziness in your neighborhood. And I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I know. I was like telling you this. So I've just had a day today. Today's actually been a good day, but I mean, every day is fine.
Yeah.
Every day is great.
Yeah.
But the past 2 days have been very stressful for me because my neighborhood, I live in like a little community, and I woke up 2 days ago to a huge sinkhole in our parking lot, and it was due to a water
Oh my
pipe
gosh.
burst. And then they spent all day repairing it. We had no water all day, it was kind of like fun because we went out to lunch, we went out to dinner, like, kind of we're like, oh, no water, guess we'll go out. But yesterday we woke up and there was the same spot, brand new sinkhole. So they had to
Weird.
come in and repair it again, and like they actually replaced the pipe this time. So there was two holes that they drilled and then they filled. Like, oh my God, if there's another sinkhole, I'm calling the cops.
Tomorrow.
I am just like, I am checking out. We're going to a hotel. Like,
Right?
I am over it.
Seriously.
So thankfully today, we woke up, no sinkhole. I had water all day, but that just meant that I got to catch up on 3 days worth of laundry and
Mhm.
just like a ton of dishes because we actually had my husband's family over yesterday. So it was just like a lot of like chores today.
Yeah.
But, at the end, it was a good day because my baby, even we take him to a little gym. It's like my gym. So
Yeah.
cute. And he had a great time. So that's all that
Yay.
matters. And he slept well today. So, but yeah, it's just been a crazy couple of days. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. His daycare, we're doing a meet and greet
Yeah.
before he starts officially.
That'll be good too because he'll get used to it, more comfortable. Like my
Yeah.
son, we didn't even, they had like a,
No.
a night to visit. I don't know if it was just for parents, but like
Uh-huh.
literally did not see an email about that. So I don't
Oh
know
no.
what.
Why would they do just parents? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know. I don't
look at
know.
our fun little block tower you can
I
make. Don't you
know.
want to play with
These big,
it?
big blocks that you can stack
Yeah.
on.
Wow.
Yay!
Oh my
Sometimes you just
God.
need to play with blocks.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
no,
yeah, that's kind of what's up with
good.
me. I only have a few more days with him before I go back to work as well. So I'm just trying to
Yeah.
like make the most of it. Hopefully
Yeah.
no more sinkholes.
I hope not. I'll let you like wake up tomorrow. No, I hope that doesn't happen. But
Knock
that
on
would be
wood,
pretty messed up.
please.
That'd be so messed up. Like you said, just go to a
Hotel.
hotel. Just go to a hotel. It's a staycation in a hotel.
Mhm,
Pick
mhm.
a really cool one and just have a good time as a family.
One with a pool. That would
Yes.
be actually, see,
Yes.
that would be a blessing in disguise.
There, there you
I
go.
could be okay with that.
Hello.
Still a lot of laundry, but
Oh
whatever.
well, bring it to the hotel.
Yeah,
Just like
right.
bring it, Most hotels have
Dry
laundry services
cleaning.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Do
take them.
they? I've never
Yeah.
used one.
I've used it
Interesting.
before, and I've also gone to hotels where it's like not necessarily the Marriott Residence Inn, but like that, where you can do
Hmm.
your own laundry too. So
Oh.
I just I really like hotels, but I'm also just always researching them whenever we go places.
I
It's
love
very
that.
particular, and some have full
Yes.
kitchens, so it just depends. But
Mhm.
those aren't going to be your like super luxury ones usually
Right.
because they
True.
have the stuff that do for you. But yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Well,
All right. Well, should
what
we start our
happened?
episode?
Yes. What happened with these hometowns? The cold
Yes.
opening.
Cold open. So it looks like that was Jen and Jonathan talking to his sister or his brother and his
Hmm.
wife.
Hmm.
And the wife, who is, by the way, super pretty. I was
Yeah,
like,
she's funny.
okay. Um,
She should be on
she
Bachelor
I
back in the day.
know. Well, she's taken.
Back in the day,
But
yeah.
she was talking about how like she and the brother met on Tinder, right? And
Yeah.
they were, I mean, man, what was it?
First date. They said they
First
love each
date,
other.
love you, moved in 2 weeks
Two
later or
weeks later, yeah,
something.
something like that. And have
Whew.
been
And
together
they've been married
7 years.
yeah, four
Both married
years
for four.
married.
Yeah.
Yes. And you could just see like Jen's
Yeah.
ooh, like that could be us, See, it's not crazy,
Yeah.
you know. Even though like actually what they're talking about was a little intense. Although you know what, I met my
Intense.
husband on Bumble and it was like low key similar. I mean, we got together like very quickly after that. I mean, we didn't say I love you. We didn't move in together right away, but like I mean, if he had asked me to marry him like a month in, I probably would have said yes.
I love that. I love it.
So anyways, but yeah, so that open and then of course they cut to the now standard ominous Bachelorette. We should change our backgrounds to the
To
ominous
that,
version of
the
the
clouds and
Bachelorette.
this is like,
Yeah, the like dark, the like
yeah.
weird light behind it. So yeah, we're gonna see some stuff this episode.
Some dates. We start out with Devin, and he's in Texas. Was it Houston? I couldn't remember. I didn't write it
I
down.
did not write it down. I think so.
Right? Yeah.
That's what my memory
So,
is telling me.
um, and they meet each other in like a park. He introduces her to his running group that he runs with every Wednesday when he's in town. And they go
Mhm.
for a run. So that was their day portion of the date. He was
Which she
really,
was into. At
yes.
first, I was like, oh God, a running date? Ew. And she's like, I love running. I was like, oh, okay. This is
She's
fine.
very like into like athletics and stuff, so I
Yeah,
wasn't
she
surprised that she
is.
was into it, but like
She
yeah,
really liked
even
it.
though I walk a lot, guys, I probably would have been like, we're running a mile? I'm sorry, that's like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would love if I was the type
Uh,
of person that was like, yeah, let's run a
I
mile, but that's not
know.
me.
Like, I would be that person to be like, I'm done after
Yeah,
like
like,
four
can we walk the
minutes.
rest of the way?
Yeah. It's
We can power walk it,
okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Oh my
But
God, no, I would not be that person. Although they did have cute shirts, all of them
they
were
did. They
wearing a
did.
picture of Devin and Jen on the shirts, so that was
Yes.
cute.
That was they so they were supporting him and he was happy that she could meet some of the people he spends so much time with and cares about. And of course, towards the end of that, some of the his friends in the group like kind of like asked her about him, how she felt about him and everything. So, just the typical thing. And then we get to the meaty part of the day, which is the nighttime portion with his family.
Family.
Yes. So we go
And
in and we meet the mom, stepdad, brother, his father, who was there, and
Yeah.
his grandparents, who I assume are his mom's parents.
Oh my God.
And
Those people, all of them seemed so sweet. Like,
they,
it was really nice.
yeah, and
Him and
it
his
showed.
mom have a great, like, it just
Mhm.
seems like they all were a good family. And I guess I did not expect the biological dad to be there. I did not
Yeah,
expect it to be like a big group of people because of how he like kind of
described it. Yeah.
talked about his family before.
Yeah.
But I think it shows that there's been a lot of growth in
Hmm.
his relationships
Yeah.
with his family members. I think that he was always referencing like how he was when he was growing, how things were
Yeah.
with Jenn on their one-on-ones. So like it made me happy to see that like wow, this man has formed better relationships
Hmm.
with like his family. So that
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, I really liked that, and I was surprised too, but it's great that his dad was there, his biological father, and they were all there to like support him. And I like the fact that, they all seemed really cool with Jen, and the parents just, they weren't intense. They were just very much like, well, yeah, we don't want to see him get hurt, but they weren't like, well, I don't know. And I'm not trying to judge the
Yeah.
parents that are like that, because I don't know what I would do in that situation if one of my children in the future was on a show like this. But
Yeah.
I feel like they were just kind of like, just I want him to be happy, and she seems like a great girl. I just don't want him to get hurt. Valid things,
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wasn't.
really supportive
Yeah.
responses.
Yeah.
So I agree. That was really nice to see. His family turned out for him.
Yeah, and I
So
loved
that
what
was
his
good.
mom said. She gave him really good advice because she knew that he might hold back, and she was like, don't hold back
Hmm.
in telling her that you love her, because she's like, especially because there's other guys. Usually a parent never says that. And I loved that because she's like, hey, if you love her, tell her, because these other guys
Well,
may not, and you want to stand out. I mean, it's happened, but like, I
didn't
love how
didn't Kelsey A's dad kind of say that to her?
I think he did, and I also believe that
Yeah.
Daisy's dad was kind of like, you need to, and maybe her mom too, was like, you need to express it. But I'm saying, like, I don't feel like
But
I
from
see
the
that
Bachelor or
in general.
Bachelorette. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't
Hmm.
feel like in general I see that a lot. And so I
That's so
really
true. From the
appreciated
moms to their
that.
boys. Yeah.
Yes, from a mom to the
Yeah,
boy, like, I love that. So that was really nice to see.
it
And
was.
yeah.
And then so then he did. He told her he loved her.
Did. He's like, I love you, Jen. And she's like, oh, I'm falling for you
She
so
was
hard.
so
So
happy.
happy.
She's like, Devin loves me. And I
Yeah,
was like, okay,
girl.
she's really happy about this.
She is like, yeah, she's more than smitten. She's like,
Oh my God. Yeah, she was like compared to when Sam M last week, I love you.
oh my
She
God.
was like,
Yeah.
are you hearing yourself? Why? Why do you left? What?
I love that she
Can you
did that.
explain that?
Yeah.
But it's like with Devin, no questions, no, second guessing or hesitation. She took
Mm-mm.
that as the truth. And, I really, that made me just like them so much more together.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all these allegations that we know about, she doesn't know about. So we
Mm-hmm.
cannot paint him as this guy who's got this like horrible or, past.
Yeah.
Uh, but at the end, like she does not know it
Mm-hmm.
as far as we know at this point in her journey. So like let's just be happy for her. I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, I'm really happy for her, and the fact that just overall throughout out these dates, she seemed so happy and so like cared about and loved,
Hmm.
and she really deserves that. She deserves to feel that these guys care about her and want to be with her and see how amazing she is. And so I
Yes.
really did like that overall. And like you said, she doesn't know about all these allegations about most of the men.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of like, I'm just happy for her. And
Yeah.
he says that he loves her. He's the only one that does, who comes right out
Yeah.
and says that he loves her, which I also feel like
Except for
puts him
Sam M
ahead.
and
Oh
Sam
my
N.
gosh. Oh, right? The two
Uh,
Sams.
the Sams. Beware of the
Oh
Sams.
man,
Doing
guys.
too much. And
But yeah, so
but
that was
yeah.
really lovely. They embraced and kissed, of course. And then we go on to Jeremy in Fairfield, Connecticut, where his family lives. And I feel like my vibe from this date was very much like they are definitely good friends. He would be a fun
Yeah.
boyfriend, but life partner, obviously not because she didn't take him along. But sorry, spoiler, guys. But
Yeah.
he seems like such a nice guy. But
Yeah. I just feel like the way he portrayed himself in the first episode of like,
very
what was it, a
different.
Corvette and
Yeah,
like the
like the
big
I
dick
forget what type of
energy,
car.
all
Yeah.
this is just so different from what he really
Yes.
is. Like he takes her to
Yes.
this little like small town. They meet up in the
Yeah.
woods, which by the way, I died. One of the first things she's like, "Are you gonna murder me?" Which
The
I guess
running
is like a
joke.
running joke with
Yeah.
them. But like I just thought it was so funny because I'm like,
Mhm.
girl, yeah, I mean, no murder. I mean, no dates in the woods. Like that's
Yes.
like
Yes.
I
In
don't know,
real life,
whatever.
guys, without TV
Yeah.
cameras, if it's a guy that you don't know that well, I'm sorry, don't meet him in the
Do
woods.
not.
I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
this
And
is a
I
show, so
just
they have cameras and security.
Yeah, it's okay. But I
But in
just
real
like
life?
I feel bad, but it's like I just still can't believe she like likes him this much. Like nothing against him.
Oh,
It's just they
yeah.
just don't seem like they match. Like
Yeah. Like,
looks wise, just like lifestyle wise, I don't know.
I didn't see I didn't see him going this far, and like we've
No.
said, no offense to him, this is not him. If it was a different woman that really fit him, it would be a different story. But I didn't see him going this far. And even his mom, we
Oh my
talked about this just
God.
before we
His
recorded.
mom, the other
She's
Barb.
like, yeah, she's like, I remember when Jen was announced and she was talking about what she likes in a guy, and that's not Jeremy. And I was like,
That's
why did you say
me.
that on camera? Why
Oh my
did you?
God.
Even if you
And
think
it's
it.
just like and it just the whole vibe was just kind of like, how are you
Very
the top
skeptical.
four, Jeremy?
Yeah.
I
Poor
I think
Jen.
everyone's feeling that way. We're all just kind of like,
Mhm.
wow, he made it very far. But I mean, they have a connection. He
Yeah.
actually felt like of course I'm here. Like we have a great
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
Um, but not great
But
enough.
they did not talk about how they were feeling about each other, and that's a key.
No.
And
Mm-mm.
she said in the beginning, I don't remember what word she used exactly, but she said she felt like she grew a lot closer to him last week when they had their first one-on-one.
Yeah.
However, I feel like at this point, when a lead says that about someone who's in the top four, they are definitely not going to the end. Because at that
Mm.
point, they've already established stronger connections with at least two other people.
Yeah.
So if they're saying that about one, it's because you're the fourth. And there's nothing wrong with that. To get that far is amazing, of course.
Hmm.
But that's the first indication in the episode that it's not that person.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah.
because they always say that
That's a
whenever a
good
lead
little
says
clue
that.
to watch
Hmm.
out for, Arena. It's a good one you
Yeah, and
caught.
all the seasons. They say,
Really good. Okay, so we have to talk about their little date though. They
yes.
went to a grocery store and it was like out of a fever. Had like animatronic cows and like pieces of corn and
And
like
milk
the song
cartons.
about avocados. Yeah, and milk. And it was just and apparently they like made what did they make? It was so weird what they were making waffles or something.
Oh, they made lobster rolls.
Lobster rolls.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was cool. I like Loki was like, I would totally love to go there.
Yeah.
Although, like, not eating meat part of me doesn't like it, but it's like, it's just like, um, it would be cool to go to. It seems like one of those like very kitschy, like small town
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But she was just like, "What? We're at
Yeah.
a grocery store." He said she was taking me shopping.
Yes. And he's like, here's a
So
grocery
it was
store
kind of
in my
funny.
town.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was neat.
Yeah.
And
That
I
was
liked
fun.
creative. I was a little surprised. So far we've had running in a grocery store, even though it was a neat grocery store, totally cool grocery
Yeah.
store. Um, Nothing has been too like ta-da so far with the day
Yeah.
portion of the dates.
Hmm.
But yeah, I liked it, and they had a lot of fun, and we saw that, and we know they really get along really well. They always
Yeah. Like you
laugh,
said,
like they said.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's seamless with them. But like she said, but is it a life partner? Like,
Yeah.
And yeah, his family was skeptical. They weren't mean, they were just skeptical, and they showed it, and she felt it. And I don't think that
Hmm.
helped him. But I mean, she's already made her decision at this point. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
She knows in her mind, in her heart, who she's really more for. Her top two, I feel like. So
Yeah. I know.
Jeremy was surprisingly, to me, surprisingly confident. The way he
Yeah.
told, what was it, his mom or his sister that, well, there were, one of them says, well, there's four guys left. And he's like, well, yeah, but she likes me the most.
Yeah.
And he
I
said
don't know
it
who he said that
seriously.
to.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of losing steam when I was watching this. Like, I definitely was like on my phone a little bit during this date.
Yeah.
I was like checking out, and then I was like, oh, wait, I gotta watch. So I don't know. To me, I just felt it was a little low energy. I got distracted.
There you
So
go,
sorry,
though.
I didn't have my notes.
Well, no, that's perfect though, because that tells us everything, right? So it's like if it was more exciting, more intriguing, whatever, then that wouldn't
Yeah, and
happen.
you know what? Like when you were mentioning just kind of like what they each did on their dates.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, last year or last season with Joey, we
Oh,
had
yeah.
a Christmas tree farm. We had what
Yes.
else? I mean, like,
Exploring New Orleans,
yeah,
going
like there was a
around.
lot. There was a like a photo
Rachel
shoot,
and
wasn't
her
there?
family.
Rachel, they flew
Um,
them out. They went to
they,
California. And it was just like it was like a whole thing.
yeah.
For this,
Niagara
it's like
Falls.
one outdoor activity,
Yeah.
free activity,
Hmm.
and it's not like that stops. I mean, if we move on, maybe we should just move on to
Yeah.
Jonathan's
Let's
date
move on to
now.
Jonathan.
In San
San Diego.
Diego, they play
Hmm.
lacrosse.
Yeah. At a
Again,
school's
not
lacrosse
not
field.
very high budget,
No.
or really that thoughtful. I mean, we know that she likes lacrosse, but he already did that. I was
Yeah.
expecting more from Jonathan. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Kind
don't
of expected a
know.
little bit more of like a fun day doing
Romantic thing with the
something.
water,
Yeah.
maybe. Or maybe it was too
Yeah.
cold, but no, it would have
Maybe,
been
but like,
April. That would have been,
yeah,
you can handle it.
put a jacket on. I don't know.
Or
I was just kind of like,
exploring.
yeah, or like go on a boat,
Yeah,
like
go on a
just,
boat. Even go to like, they were showing in the background, I don't know what part of San Diego they were in, but even going to like some older buildings, historical buildings would have been
yeah,
really cool, I think.
or a
Um,
tasting or
yeah,
something. Like,
something going
I don't know.
to the
I was just
baseball
kind of like
field, Petco
lacrosse
Park.
again. Like they
Yeah,
have that, but that can't be the only thing you
exactly.
go on like I don't know,
That
whatever.
you
So I was just kind of
have.
like, oh,
And
okay,
and plus
more
like I feel like
lacrosse.
it kind of was a little reminiscent of Joey with tennis, a charity season, but the difference
Mm,
is Joey's a tennis pro. That's what he currently
yeah,
does. And she said that she wanted to learn tennis. So
yeah,
it was cute. And with tennis, let's be honest, the guy can be like behind the girl and help her
yeah. That's
hit. And,
cute.
you
Yeah.
know, it's all
But
that
Jen was like
stuff.
running around already doing well with lacrosse. She didn't need
Yeah.
nobody's help.
Yeah, because she was a college lacrosse player like him. So, hey, she
Yeah,
knows what she's doing.
best she can.
So, I think,
So,
yeah, I agree. That was interesting. But then again, like with him, my thing with Jonathan, I like him and I liked his family. His family really liked her. His mom
hmm.
loved her. So I really loved how she embraced Jen too and was basically like, you know, I don't know if it was his mom that said this, but his older sister for sure said something like, you want to get out there and basically tell her how you feel so you don't regret it, regardless of what happens. And I really liked that too.
Yeah.
But Jonathan is still very much like, I don't know. Like, I need to
Yeah,
see
it's
her with my
annoying.
family, which I understand. I totally get that.
Yeah.
But he's very much like, I don't really want to say that I'm falling in love with
Like he
her.
just said like, "Oh, I'm falling for you," right?
Yeah,
But
it
like,
was weird how he did it. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with taking your time, especially based on what he talked about with his past experience, his most recent, I guess, long term relationship before this, that we've
mhm.
talked about in another podcast. But the fact that even when he told her at the end of the date that I'm falling for you, or he says, like, I'm falling for her, um, and he's like, he said something like he's getting there. Like,
Yeah.
I hate when guys do that. Don't say that.
Uh,
Don't say it like, well, I'm getting there. Like it's some sort of like,
Well, you're gonna hate next week from the previous.
well, I've
I'm
already kind
getting
of
there. I
feel
don't think I
like
can get there. I
the
might
way
get there.
he's
Like, oh my
putting it,
God.
I don't know if he's gonna get there. And
I don't think so either.
it's no offense to him. I'm just saying, if you're not already there, dude, and the way you're putting it, like even the way he was like, I'm falling. She's like, what was that? Do you want to say? He's like, don't make me say it again. Like kind of flirting with her, but kind of like, why can't you
Yeah.
say it? What's
Say it
wrong? Say
again.
it again.
That's
What's wrong with
weird.
that? So I was a little like, don't understand that.
That is
But that
weird.
tells me that he's not going to get there in this time frame. That's what I think. And
Makes
it's
me
no,
just nervous that like maybe he's not there for the right
you
reasons.
think?
I don't
Oh
know.
no, I don't want to believe that.
I
I
know.
hope it's just him and just the fact that they're just not right for each other. So that's why
Yeah.
it's really hard for him to come to it. And like I said, no offense, it's not
It
him,
kind of
it's not
reads to me
her.
as though like he wants to stay in it, but it's like going against what he
He
wants in his
feels.
heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in his heart, how he really
But
feels.
again, like I do want to like look for the best in him because I
Yeah.
do think he seems like a great guy. Again, we didn't love that story with his ex, but there's so many complexities to
Yeah.
that only somebody that he's going to be in a serious relationship will know. We,
Yeah.
as the viewers, will not know the complexities
Yeah.
of his past. You know, we have
Exactly.
to just at the end trust that they will get on a deeper level about those
Yes.
things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't just keep looking at that. But
It's
I
hard
think
though.
that, yeah, but I think that you know, even so, he needs to put himself out there a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
if this is what he wants, you know?
If this is what he wants, and I don't think he wants it. And it's not her. She's a beautiful woman. It's just if you don't click enough to be engaged to someone, that's a big deal. Then you don't, and that's okay.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
so
moving on.
next, yeah, let's move
Best
on
for
to
last, maybe, possibly.
Marcus. Well, it's funny you say that because, okay, yes, we know about the allegations, okay?
We do, but she
She does
doesn't.
not know. We're in this world right now. So we're talking on the fact of what we know in the show. I think to me, he seems the like they connect more and then he's the I see them together more, the most out of everyone. That's
Seems like a deep
a
emotional
deep,
connection.
yes, like deep.
Like she's like the only person he's ever opened up to. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
he is, I mean, again, horrible things that we're hearing he may have done.
Mm-hmm.
I we're not going to harp on it right now, but in the end, his past is horrible. It
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
devastating to hear
Yes.
that he was abandoned at daycare. And it is wonderful that he has a foster family. You
Yeah.
know, that was really
That's
nice
good.
to see. Great to see his sister
Yeah,
come
I love
out,
seeing his
you
sister.
know. But like it really could read as like a person who has been through adversity and
Mm-hmm.
grown from it and learned and is learning how to love himself and is ready to find his wife, you know. So from that perspective, it seems like a good match right now.
Yes,
um
it does. I agree. Like you said, they have such a deep emotional connection that I don't yet see. I'm not saying it's not there, but I don't yet see with Devin. They have a
mhm.
connection, but there's something about her connection with Marcus that feels so like pulls at my heartstrings type of thing.
Mhm.
Just I feel it across from watching it on the screen. And I think with them though, unfortunately, he's having reservations and he's having trouble getting there, and I think that's going to be, for lack of a better way to put it, his downfall, because she cares for him so much. She cried to his
Yeah.
sister saying how much she cared about him, knowing in her heart though that she doesn't know, and she knows he's not
Yeah.
where she is, but doesn't even know 100% where he is. And the fact that he's like, she's so amazing, she's so great, he's like, I don't know, there's something wrong with me, like why I can't get there. And just the fact that she was like, I loved his family. I could see myself being a part of this family.
Yeah.
She said it so much, just how much she was just so happy and just comfortable with them. And honestly, in my mind, the two front runners, that family seemed, including his friends, just she
Mhm.
seemed so at ease with them too. Um, like in terms of just watching it, it just seemed like it
Yeah.
just all really clicked. Nothing wrong with Devin's family. His family was nice. I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but I just feel like Marcus. It's such a connection, but I think that it won't be him getting there, and that's going to be like a deciding factor for them. And we see in the previews, obviously, but just I don't know.
So do you think he won't get there because maybe she's not the right one, or do you think it's because he needs therapy and like
He
is
definitely needs
not
therapy.
mentally able to love another person right now?
Yeah.
Because I think that is a big component for him. I
Yes.
mean, I could barely know the guy and I could say, "Hey, you need therapy," like just from the background that we've heard.
Yeah. Maybe he
And I would
has. Mm.
yes, I would really hope that he's in it and continuing to be in it because no matter what, he's out of the
Mm-hmm.
bachelorette bubble. He is dealing with all these allegations, all this
Mm-hmm.
fame,
Mm-hmm.
social media stuff. Like he needs something to help him process everything. So I
Yes.
really hope he's in therapy. Marcus, if you're listening, we do hope that you're getting the support you need
Yeah,
because
because
we
you've been
do
through a
feel
lot.
for you, what you've been
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, and yeah, I
Never okay to do that
agree.
to a child.
And I think that exactly. And I think that you bring up a good point. I think either it's both, um, or it's definitely the one about getting through the things that he's been through and his trauma.
Yeah.
Obviously, not forgetting it because it's made him who he is, but working through that. If he hasn't already gone to therapy, like you were saying, that hopefully he is and getting help for these things.
Hmm.
But I feel like, yeah, he wants it so bad. You can tell he wants to tell her he's in love with her and that that's it.
Yeah.
But it's almost sad. It's sad watching him kind of be so, it's so back and forth on it and just the anguish he feels and when he's in his
Yeah.
ITMs where he's just like, I feel like I'm behind and this and that and it's
Yeah.
really tough. And then you have a Devin on the other hand. At this point, I'm sorry, you got to compare them. And he's
Yeah.
just like, I have no reservations. I'm in love with
He's an
her.
open book.
It's her. Yeah. He's just,
Yes.
this
Yeah,
is
he
it.
literally, I know that talk. Oh my God, we didn't even chat about that. Well, no, I guess that's coming in the episode. So, whatever, we can
Oh
move on,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, well, let's
So,
move on.
the
Yeah.
guys are doing a little
Oh my
happy hour. I
gosh.
like
I
love
love this.
that. I
Why
was
don't
like,
they do
wait,
this
are they
now?
having boy talk? Like, this is
Yes.
so cute.
Yes.
Let's normalize guy friends talking about relationships. Probably not with the same girl, but still.
No. Then there's
It
something else
was
there.
very cute to see them chatting and kind of supporting each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was a clear distinction. Like Jonathan, Marcus were like, we don't know if we can get there. And Devin's over here like, I have nothing.
I
I
know.
don't have any reservations.
He's
I don't
like,
know. Can't
I'm good.
relate. I love her. Like,
I know.
oh,
He's just
Devin.
like,
That's
I'm good.
why they don't like you in the house. But,
Oh.
you know,
Uh,
actually speaking on that, I read like a random article. It was on like Boss Mirror. It was some weird website, but I found it through, my bachelor rabbit hole
mhm.
shenanigans. And basically it was like a discussion with the Mesniks on that
Mm.
uh
Oh yeah.
that I Heart Radio
Yeah.
episode they did with
Hmm.
Jenn, obviously, and the guys. And apparently, the producers came to them before and they were like, listen, she really likes this guy, Sam M. She's like obsessed with him. She really, really likes him. And they were like, and so the Mesniks, I think Molly was the one doing the interview. She didn't
Yeah.
say who it was, but she did mention that another runner was the villain in the house, and everyone was always getting into arguments with him. And she said now that she's watching it, they are downplaying his villainous nature in the show. She's like, it's funny how they are editing him to look much better than what they told us. So I thought that was interesting because it just makes me think Devin. Now I'm thinking, ooh, is he getting into more fights with people? Is he rubbing people more the wrong way than is shown? Interesting.
Very
Little spill of
interesting.
tea there.
Hmm.
Huh.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Mesnick, or
Mm.
Molly, if it was just you.
Yeah.
Um, very, very interesting, huh? Because honestly, if he was the one at the end or the top two, they would want
They
you to
wanted to
like
look
him, so
good.
they wouldn't
Yes.
show what he's.
But then it just makes me think, is she seeing more of it? That's upsetting to think that maybe she's
Hmm.
not seeing the truth too. But I mean, I'm assuming she's not seeing it.
I wonder.
So
But then, so not to be like bring in the new Bachelor, but when he was being interviewed on Bachelor Happy Hour, they asked him, "So were you surprised when it was you who was chosen?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, I kind of was because I thought it would be someone like I forget who he said Devin, and then a couple other people." And I was like, "Okay, so even though like he could be the villain, but then some guys liked him." I'm so
yeah.
confused.
I
But then
don't
it
know.
would
But
make
again, the
sense.
producers were the ones feeding that
That's true.
information to
That's
the
true.
Mesniks, maybe trying to see if they can spark some debate. Who
Hmm.
knows? Those
That's true.
producers, we love them, but they're
You
those little
guys.
minions, like they just
You
love
guys
to
are good
get
at what you
into
do.
stuff. Yeah, they like to create the situations and the opportunities for drama.
Yeah.
So again, we don't know, but like I just did want to share that that
Yeah.
information was out
No, that
there.
was really great information. Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing that. Um,
Yes.
yeah. So we wrap up their happy hour time. We go to the mansion for the rose ceremony. Long story short, Jeremy goes home. But I like how he left. He was very much like,
Mhm.
I know there's a great guy in there and there for you, basically.
Yeah.
And although it hurts and he felt like they were on the same page, and they obviously weren't, um, he seemed like a great guy at the end. I
Yeah. He
just
took it well.
he took it well, and I felt like, yeah, he took it well, really. But then you see the last three, Devin, Marcus, and Jonathan, and then we see that trailer for
Yes.
overnights, and every single one looks doubtful. But I think they're just
Oh,
editing it that way because I don't think, and I could be totally wrong, guys. I don't think Devin suddenly changes his tune from being super confident to not being confident because he doesn't even see the guys interacting with her now. So where would that come
yeah.
from? But
Maybe
Marcus
they
makes a
talked
lot of
about their
sense.
political views.
Oh snap! Oh
Ah.
snap, guys!
But for
Guys!
real, like, what if this is a Zach pilot, Rachel situation where it's like they just see her or like she sees them true colors and then it just the spark is a little bit dampened. I
Mhm.
hope that's not the case. But like whatever. The previews definitely make it seem like all three guys are now a little bit more doubtful, a little bit more
Yeah,
hesitant,
yeah.
and
And what
just
she
not
says.
getting there where
Mm-hmm.
they need to be to propose to
Yeah.
Jen. And
Hmm.
she's like, "Is it me?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh God, not this
no.
again. Please don't
Oh,
diminish your
Jen,
self-worth for
Jen.
this. Like,
Yes,
it's
please,
not
not for these men.
you."
Not for these men.
No.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I will say I won't be surprised if Jonathan obviously still has doubts. Because,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he
we
could
talked about that.
not.
Yeah.
Marcus at least like was trying to
Yes,
process it
that's the
and like
difference.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Jonathan was just like,
Mm,
I don't think I can say that.
exactly. And that's why, and he's all like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm getting there with these, like, loving feelings. And I'm just like, these loving feelings? You love her or you don't.
Yeah.
You're falling in love and you're there or you're not. At least, like you said with Marcus, he wants to be. But he
Yes.
knows in his heart he's
He's
not
got
quite
like
there.
deep emotional walls and
Yes.
like
Real
I
trauma.
hate to, we could go all into it.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Yeah.
psychologist,
Yeah.
but it just
You're
seems
not.
like there's a lot of
No.
um emotional work that must be done for someone to feel or to heal from what he
Yes.
went through,
Heal.
and heal
Yeah.
in a way that you're accepting of love and
Mm-hmm.
capable of loving
Yes.
the right way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
again, we just really
Mm.
hope that if she does pick Marcus, that it
Mm.
comes with some very
Yeah.
supportive
Yeah.
therapy for
Yeah.
both of them,
Both of
probably.
them.
Because,
Yeah.
being the wife of somebody who has
Mhm.
that kind of trauma,
Yeah.
even just, you know, like the PTSD. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking about like his deep emotional trauma from a child, but I mean,
Yeah.
man, this man was in the military,
Military.
like there's
Oh,
PTSD
yes.
probably there
Oh, there.
too,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a whole lifestyle. So, I just hope that they are supported. And I do think that if he can get there, she would be happy to accept a proposal if the other guys are not there.
Yeah. 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 Do we want to make predictions though about top two
I
before
think
we
they're the
see?
same. I'll say one,
Yeah.
you say the other.
Yeah.
I'll say Devin.
Marcus.
Yeah, those are our top two
Those two
guys.
guys.
And I think Devin will be the one though that
Yeah.
actually does propose.
Yes.
I just
Because
think Marcus still has more inner work to do. I don't
he
think he can get
does.
there.
He does. And Devin has been the most consistent in being sure about her and the
Yeah.
relationship. And even if he wavers a little bit, it'll probably just be a split second of doubt and uncertainty. But this entire time, he's
Yeah.
been confident and he says he has no reservations. And she needs to hear that. Anyone needs to hear that. But she
And
needs to hear that,
yeah.
knowing that he chooses her and she chooses him, and that he's confident in the relationship and that he loves her. And that's something Marcus is unable to do, unfortunately.
And
So,
And you know what? Like, you may look at this whole conversation we're having and say, oh, well, Devin might be like the safe choice,
ooh,
or
yeah.
the easy choice.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I believe this. And Marina, I'd love to hear if you do too. But I do believe that when it is the right person, your life partner, it should be easy. It should be an
Yes.
easy choice.
You
It should
just
be a
know.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
It should be a safe choice. Safe and easy are not bad things when it comes
Yes.
to love and
Yes.
choosing a life partner. So, like, I don't see that as a negative. I think
Yeah.
that if anything is, setting herself up for like, a
Yeah.
happy,
Yeah.
stress-free relationship. So maybe that's
Mhm.
what she chooses. I don't know, but I do not knock her if that is something she
Yeah.
chooses. Yeah.
It's her journey, and only she knows what is best for her and what she wants and needs in her life. And I feel like for people who do say that, yeah, the safe choice and everything, um, yeah, I think there's a connotation to that that means boring for a lot of
Right.
people, but
Or like
no,
settling. Yeah.
settling. And I don't
Yeah.
believe that. And I think that if you get to a point in your life and you've had the experiences, that I feel like you want someone who you're comfortable with and you're safe with, who makes you feel safe and you make them feel safe, because that's important, not just in a physical way, but emotionally. To
Hmm.
have a partner like that who is not only your friend and is there for you, but also you love and you're passionate with. And I think that, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And it's not about the audience and what we think and what we're watching. It's about them and it's about her. And she's
Yeah.
the lead. So
100%.
whoever she chooses is who she chooses. But I think that Julia and I, we are on top of knowing who those last two are because we're good at this. So I'm just going to be honest.
Yes. Air
We
five.
know. Air
Whoosh.
five. Well, let's be honest, guys. We're
Yes.
right. But
We're gonna be
if I'm
right.
surprised, I'm going to be like, what?
If
Devin
it's
will definitely be
Jonathan,
in there, though. Even if she changes
yeah,
out
Devin is
Jonathan for
again
Marcus,
the safe, the easy
it's
choice.
still
He will be
Devin.
there.
Yeah, it's still Devin.
I think that the biggest question is if she accepts a proposal, because that is, I'm
Ew.
still in
What's
like,
gonna
maybe she says no
happen?
to either of them, you
Oh
know,
my
who
gosh.
knows?
We don't
Um,
know. We're not gonna know till September,
yeah.
guys. September 3rd
Ooh. Oh
is
my
the
God.
season finale after the final rose, guys, and we all know it's like 3 hours long.
Oh my God.
So get prepared.
We
But
will recap it for you.
oh, we will.
We
We will
will
be here
watch
to
it so you
recap.
don't have to, or
Yes.
so you can at least skip ahead to the good
Yes.
parts.
Yes. And then literally 2 weeks later, the Golden Bachelorette starts and Joan's journey is unveiled.
Oh my
Guys, we have
God.
like no downtime between this, and we
No
have children and
downtime. We went
jobs
from
and
having
husbands.
so many months
So many
of
months.
filling our, times with.
Content. Yeah.
I mean, it was fun doing the Bachelor Nation like
It was.
updates, which
Yeah.
like we can still do that once in a while.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like now it's
Guys,
like
guys, this is so much.
it's a lot.
It's a lot,
But
guys.
it'll be fun, and
So
we
fun.
are going to collaborate again.
Yeah.
Hopefully with Rose Noir and with the Date Card podcast.
Hmm.
And actually we may have another one coming up too. So we'll keep you guys
Yeah.
posted. But we will be doing those for the Golden Bachelorette season. So
Yes. Yeah, so get
yeah.
excited, guys. So start making your choices now based on on the
Yes.
bios.
Yeah, we'll definitely do our deep dive into Joan
Yes.
and the guys.
From Rockville, Maryland, Joan. Oh my
Predictions.
gosh.
Woo.
Woo! East Coast.
DMV.
Yeah.
Um, DC,
So,
Maryland, Virginia, for those who don't
yeah,
know.
who don't know,
We're like,
guys.
what? DMV?
What are you talking
It was
about? The
new for
Department
us
of Motor
too.
Vehicles?
Yeah.
No.
But yes, it's gonna be so fun. And next
Mhm.
week is what? It's
It's
the
the big
fantasy
fantasy
suites.
suites and then Men Tell All the next night. So it's a 2 night
Yeah.
event, guys.
Woo. And what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do one big one or two?
I'm not sure
Hmm.
yet. We are definitely going to wait to release after Men Tell
Yeah.
All that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see, guys. Let's see what happens at that Men Tell All.
Maybe
They
we'll do a
haven't
little
filmed it
poll,
yet.
see what people want.
Yeah, and
Yeah, we could do that.
we really don't know what's going to happen, how crazy it's going to get because usually they show like a teaser from the actual tell all and they didn't have that for the trailer. So that means they're probably filming it this
Ooh.
weekend or
Ooh.
Friday,
Yeah, we have to
Thursday.
keep an eye on their stories to see like who's
Mhm.
all hanging out.
Yep.
Actually, well, no, never mind. I don't know the people's names. But yeah, keep an eye out for if a bunch of the guys are hanging out this weekend on his
Yes, in LA.
stories.
That means they're
Mhm.
filming it.
Yes.
You guys get ready.
And
So,
next episode, we'll see
yeah.
Jen in Hawaii,
Yeah,
right?
Hawaii.
Yes.
Yes,
Back to
Hawaii.
Hawaii. We've been to
Love
Hawaii so many
it.
times
Love it.
lately.
I love
Love
Hawaii.
it. I need
So
to go.
excited.
Bucket
Yeah.
list.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Every island is beautiful. I've only been to three, but not I'm not trying to say like I've only been to three. And there's four
Only
major
three.
islands. But I just love it. Okay.
It's great.
I see why Joey wanted to live there. Um, but yeah, so guys, look for our next episodes next week. And of course, back Golden Bachelorette coming up, of course. And like we said, we'll be announcing some collaborations when those times come. And some more surprises, hopefully, for the next few seasons because we have Golden Bachelorette. I don't know if they're sandwiching in Golden Bachelor when they're doing that. But then, of course, we have
Hmm.
Bachelor with Grant Ellis starting in
Gross.
January, most likely. Ah, we're excited.
And then maybe Golden Bachelor, but then
Maybe.
Bachelor in Paradise is back.
It's back next summer. Woo! We can see all these beautiful
I
people we
cannot
loved
wait.
all again.
I
Guys,
know.
I'm so happy to see some people like
It'll be
I want
so
to see like
awesome.
Kelsey T. I want to see like I don't know if Rachel is with someone or not,
Yeah.
but because the rumors were she was with John Henry. I don't know. I haven't kept up on
Right.
that,
We haven't really
but
seen them.
haven't really seen anything. But
Yeah,
I
I
would
would
love
love
for
to
her
see
to
like,
find love and John B from Cherry
no.
season, please. I love them
Yeah.
all and others.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. And like, would Maria join with Sydney Beyond? Like there's just that drama with Leia. Like it
Yes.
would be
They could
awesome.
do so.
Like
Leia needs
I
to go.
think that this could be like a healing thing because Bachelor in
Yes.
Paradise always kind of heals those things, I feel. So it's
It's
like,
a
all right, we're
nice
not fighting over
thing.
the same guy. We got our own stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be cool. Like it would be nice to have that.
I would love to
But
see them
whatever, we'll
all.
see.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. So that'll be exciting. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
All
So
right,
thanks so
friends.
much for
Yeah.
joining us. And yeah, we're
See
all
you
over
next
socials.
week. All right,
Bye.
bye.